they got the win.
I mean, you can see it in guys' eyes in there. It means something to guys, and it means you got guys who care about what they're doing, guys who care about each other, and we're a young team, got a very bright future. So got to take this in stride, remember this feeling, and let it fuel us in the off season.
All right, Bart Scott here with us. Good to have you.
Paging
Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
Let's get out some grades, Professor. What grade are you giving Jimmy G?
A D. A D. Let me say this. There's only two nice things I got to say about Jimmy G. Play action over a stretch. He hit like 13 or 14 passes. Outside of that, that was a fly-ass black suit he had on right there. That's about the only thing I got the positive to say about Jimmy G, whose performance early and especially late was flat out pathetic. The last 11 minutes, I think, I'm not going to call him porn star Jimmy anymore, Marcus Spears. I'm going to get rid of that name and I'm going to call him Jimmy Garoppolo. But here's the problem, okay? The only thing that saves Jimmy Garoppolo today was his coach. Because Mike Shanahan, with the exception of the 6 points that New England scored in overtime of Super Bowl 51, Mike Shanahan has been Kyle Shanahan, not Mike. I'm sorry. Forgive the confusion because we heard about both of them all week. I meant Kyle Shanahan. I'm sorry, the son. Okay, the son with the highlights of him on the sideline holding the cord, with his father wearing the headsets and following him down the sideline. And boy, wonder, he's been outscored 40-0 in the fourth quarter. He's the primary play caller in the
team dropbacks in the fourth. The first 3 quarters, they only pressured him 3 times.
Let me tell you the indictment.
So Kansas City's defense stepped up.
Hold on, Molly. Let me indict Jimmy G right now. Do you remember two of the key plays by Patrick Mahomes was him scrambling out of the pocket and running? I saw Jimmy G run out of the pocket one time. I went like this. He can move a little bit. He ain't the greatest runner in the world, but he's not Tom Brady. He could move. That was the only time he moved all game.
Here's why.
Please.
Let me tell you the grade I give Jimmy G. I actually give him a B-.
Hell
I'll explain.
no.
That sounds high to people. I'll tell you why.
Yes, it is high.
I'll tell you why. Mahomes is special in a way Jimmy G is not. Mahomes looked off the defense to run the ball in the first half. He was having an awful game, but he was doing special little things anyway. He's special differently than everyone else. Jimmy G was having a very good Super Bowl. It wasn't okay. He wasn't just good enough. He was having a very good Super Bowl. He had an excellent first half, and then he hit the throw when he needed to, and it would have been a great throw. He missed the throw. I'm not taking him from what would have been like a B+, A- to an F because he missed that throw. What I will say is he did show for people like me who say it's not just that he's 23 and now 6 in his career. By the way, for a team last year that was like, 3-13, 4-12 without him, as soon as he gets back, they basically can't lose. It's not, but he had something to him, like in the New Orleans game with that Kittle link up. I believed in him under pressure. And what he showed in this game is one of those things he needs for the extra credit he didn't come through with. But you can't erase what he did up until that point. He was very, very good until late in the game.
Why are you laughing? He was 17-20 through the first 3 quarters.
Everybody wants to reference the Kittle play. That was a 2-yard pass that was compounded by a face mask and a dude trying to be a hero, play hero ball. Listen, I played in the league 11 years, and I'm an expert in mediocre to bad quarterbacks because I had to sit on the bench and watch most of my quarterbacks be mediocre to bad. You can't hide your quarterback in the Super Bowl. They've been hiding Jimmy G the entire year. When I sat on this set last week and I said he was Matt Schaub, that was a compliment. You guys thought it was an insult. It was actually a compliment. He's not an accurate quarterback. And when I look at the play design and when I look at how Kyle Shanahan uses him, it tells me that he doesn't trust him. It's like somebody that you want to punch above their weight class, so you try and gas them up and let them think that they're better than what they are. But then when it comes time to put the proof in the pudding, he can't perform. Whenever you have talking about a play-action quarterback, like a Nick Foles or a Kirk Cousins, it's the play design that's designed to create the windows for him to throw through. When you talk about the elite quarterbacks in this league, like Mahomes, like Deshaun Watson, it's guys that are able to manipulate pockets and throw guys open.
So
Jimmy G has never, I give him a C-. And I'm being generous because he was doing what he was supposed to do, not lose the game. And I said here last week and said, listen, he's a guy that won't lose it for you, but he's a guy that won't win it for you either. And we thought we were going to be able to hide him. We thought they were going to be able to, if it came down to Jimmy G having to drop back, when everybody knew that he had to drop back, they knew he couldn't go through his progressions. That's why you miss somebody that's wide open, like Kittle's at 6'5", 6'4", whatever he is, sitting right in your face because you don't have the football acumen to understand what's going on. On the other side, you look at Patrick Mahomes when he got the invisible juice, is because he started to recognize what the defense was trying to do, understand that Sherman was trying to hide and play press Bell like it was man-to-man or cover 3 and hide it, and he caught him slipping. That safety got out of there, and he caught Sherman with that one-on-one coverage, was able to take advantage
You're
of
talking
it.
about the Watkins.
Right, the Watkins play, right? So that's what the great quarterbacks do. The average ones are ones that say, we give them that-a-boys, right? That-a-boy, like, good enough, just don't lose it for us. Jimmy G is a C, bottom 15 of the league type quarterback.
You said C minus, you said D, you said B minus. What you got, Marcus?
F. Didn't he lose the game? Did he lose the game?
Marcus.
So you win, you get an A. You lose, you get an F.
Did they lose the game?
Yeah.
Did he have opportunities to make the plays to win the game?
Sure.
F.
He also had opportunities early, which gave him the lead.
Like you just said, sports is either the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat. The reason why the San Francisco a big reason why the San Francisco 49ers didn't win the Super Bowl is because Jimmy G missed Kittle's on a 3rd and 5 to complete it when he was wide open, and he missed Emmanuel Sanders on a touchdown to go up. That's the reason they lost.
It is. He blew it at the end. Yep.
He also hit Kittle, too, and it didn't count.
I mean, come on, that's pass
I'm grading
interference.
this quarterback on how he performed in crunch time. Like we grade all of them in the Super Bowl. That's how we grade all of them.
And not just that, Max. The fact of the matter is that your argument didn't make much sense in this regard. You were raving about Patrick Mahomes because of what he did in the clutch. So you can't then turn around looking at Jimmy G's performance in the clutch and come up with a B anything.
Excuse me. I give Mahomes a B. That's his B
No,
game.
I'm not talking about Mahomes. I'm talking about Jimmy G. You can't give him a B anything when you consider how he performed in the clutch.
He is being compared to a guy. I saw this on Get Up this morning,
not.
as a matter of fact. He's being compared to a guy whose QBR on 3rd and 15 this year is what? Do you remember this from this morning? 99 points.
No, we're not comparing Garoppolo and Mahomes.
No one's thinking
We're
about
comparing them to their best.
What I'm saying is,
which isn't the
that's
same.
the guy you have to beat. In other words, you have
No.
But, okay, let me ask you all. If you make that, if Jimmy G connects on that throw, what grade do you give him? The throw to Emmanuel Sanders.
I give him a B.
If he hits that throw in the Super Bowl, you give him a B?
He hit the one pass that he needed to make. I'm not giving him an A.
Max Kellerman,
I was excellent in the first half.
Here's what you're not getting. No one is thinking about, at this moment for this segment, nobody is thinking about Patrick Mahomes compared to Jimmy G. We're literally taking Jimmy G, Max, putting him in this mug and going like this. Your performance.
But here's the problem.
Yours.
Here's the problem.
He did not show up when it counted.
If it's not Mahomes who hits on 3rd and 15, hits a 44-yard pass, that very few players who ever lived are going to be able to take 11 steps and do that, then Jimmy G wins the game anyway.
I still give him a C.
If he won the Super Bowl, you wouldn't be giving him a C.
Does he get any credit for having his team up 10 in the 4th?
All we asking Mahomes to do is to make a 3rd and 5 throw to get a first down to a wide open tight end and make a wide open throw to Emmanuel Sanders to win the game.
And if he made those 2 plays, you give him an A.
All right.
3 straight comebacks in the postseason. It's not magic anymore. It's just Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, you can call it that. I mean, for me, it's about the guys I have around me. I have a great team around me. I've been blessed to be in a great organization, and I just trust in these guys like they trust in me, and it puts us in situations like this where we can be world champs and get to enjoy it together.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes, an MVP, Super Bowl champion, and Super Bowl MVP. The Chiefs are the first team in NFL postseason history to win 3 games within a single postseason after trailing by 10 or more. That is resiliency. Max, I am looking at you. Prior to this Super Bowl appearance, you argued that Patrick Mahomes is the most valuable athlete in all of sports, more so than LeBron James. Did he prove that to be true after his performance last night where he struggled through the first 3 quarters?
Of course. Maybe even because he struggled through the first 3 quarters. Look, this is his first Super Bowl appearance, and he was down points and just threw an interception, and it's the 4th quarter of the biggest prize in American teams in the first round. Look, here's the bottom line. Mahomes, in 3 consecutive playoff games, he didn't just win the Super Bowl, in 3 consecutive playoff games, rallied from behind.
Yeah, that's fair.
Outscored opponents 100 to 14. 100 to 14 when you add up 3 consecutive